This is the MyArcade 50 Nano Player Pro device I recently purchased for around $30. I was interested in it since it was featuring Atari 2600 games and was advertising that it had 75 total games to play. Let's take a look at the product's description on MyArcade's website. From there you'll notice this is just one of 3 products specifically made for the Atari 50th Anniversary Collection. When I first placed my order, I didn't know about the other 2 products. Looking at the list of features, it lists officially licensed titles, bonus games, full-color 2.4-inch screen, intuitive user interface, built-in speaker with volume control, powered by either 4 AAA batteries or by a USB-C cable, both not included. Among the included titles are Asteroids, Centipede, Millipede, Breakout, Missile Command, Tempest, and many more. In order to get into the battery compartment, you will need a small Phillips head screwdriver. My first impression of the Nano is that it's pretty neat. I like how they shaped it into sort of a barcade shape with the Atari 50 artwork adorning both sides as well as the marquee. Although I like a small device, I fear this one might be a bit too small. When you first power it on, using the on-off switch on the bottom middle portion of the device, a quick animation and sound plays before being presented with a game selection menu. Using the joystick, you can navigate up or down to select between featured games and the bonus games menu. The unit has an A and B button which can be used for game selection as well as during gameplay. Pressing A will select an option, while B will take you back a selection. There are 3 additional tiny buttons next to the joystick. They are Home, Select, and Start. The Home button will exit the current game, returning you to the Game Select menu. If depressed a second time, you will be brought back to the main menu. The Select button will switch between all the different game variations before you start a game. The Start button will start the selected game. Just underneath the joystick panel is where the power switch is located, along with the difficulty and TV type switches. On the back side of the device are plus and minus buttons for adjusting the volume. For this video, I decided not to show all of the games, but instead show a couple of the more interesting ones. I'm about to discuss some criticisms of the device. The first and most obvious one is that the device, in my opinion, is just too small. It feels awkward to hold the device in order to play the games. The audio is a little bit scratchy for my taste. The included games that are normally played with paddles are, in my opinion, unplayable. I mean, you could technically play them, but I prefer not to. I do appreciate the fact that the difficulty and TV type switches are present, but I'm not crazy about their placement. The bonus games were disappointing to me since they are much more modern and not taken from the original Atari 2600 lineup. On the bright side, the unit is really nice looking and is fairly easy to navigate through the menu system. As you do so, the device shows a quick image preview of what's to come on the right hand side. This can be a big help to let you know what the game will look like. Pressing up or down on the joystick will change the game selection, while pressing left or right will page up or page down through the listed games. It would have been great had there been a high score save feature built into the unit. The included manual for the Nano Player Pro simply covers the button layout of the device and how to get into the battery compartment, which is then repeated in dozens of different languages. It would have been nice to have included some instructions on how to play some of the included games. Some of my favorite games to play on the device in no particular order are Missile Command, Centipede, Adventure, Asteroids, Fast Eddie, Yar's Revenge, Video Pinball, Dark Chambers, Dodge 'em, and Space Raid. Most of the games on the device are easy to learn and many are fun to play. The device is small though, hence Nano, at about 3 inches wide, 4.5 inches high, and 3.25 inches in depth. As I mentioned, it is a bit clunky for me, but may be the perfect size for children, which may be the target audience along with the avid collectors. MyArcade sells 2 other versions of this device, a slightly larger micro player and a pocket player version, either of which I feel would be a much better fit for me. Having said that, I still had fun playing the games on the device, and for only about $30, it's hard not to recommend.